Good evening, everyone. We are live again on the Gratitude and Appreciation Summit. It is Thankful Thursday Reflections. Good evening, Kathy, and good evening, Cheryl.
Good evening.
Good evening, Jeanette. Good to see you guys again. I'm co-founder of the Gratitude Appreciation Summit, and we're here again reflecting on what we've learned in 2020 and how we can set the learning into intention in 2021, and by goodness, be grateful for it.
Yes.
So Cheryl was one of our guest speakers in October, and we are so thrilled to have her back again tonight to share her wisdom. So welcome, Cheryl.
Thank you. I feel honored to be here. So thank you, ladies. Thank you, Kathy and Jeanette, for having me here.
You're very welcome.
So 2020 was, let's just say, upside down, backwards, good for some people, horrible for other people. And how did you feel 2020, and what were some of the lessons learned, and you will put them into intentful practice for 2021?
Well, I'm a firm believer that things happen for a reason, and sometimes things that are in the moment not feel so good. I've had some of those, but however, when I walk through it to see what's on the other side, it always amazes me. So out of COVID, there's some beautiful relationships that can still happen. I'm so thankful for a platform like Zoom that still allowed for me to still connect with other women, still, do workshops or whatever I needed to do. So for me, COVID, I always look at the blessings out of it versus looking at, well, this sucks. Well, even if it sucks, what is it that we can be grateful for about it? What is it that we can be thankful for? Even my family, we have a huge, all the celebrations, Easter, Thanksgiving, all of them get together. And this year, all of us stayed within our own family. So that almost was really nice. Instead of having a pile of people together, that was really intimate and really, my kids and I played Lego for Christmas all day long. Like
Awesome.
that wouldn't have happened. That would not have happened if COVID was not here.
Yeah,
so
you're absolutely right.
Right. So I think sometimes we just got to really look at the tiny things that give us, more appreciation for each other as a family, or more appreciation of our Mother Earth, like the world, the wildlife. We've been noticing a lot more wildlife when COVID first hit, when nobody wasn't driving around.
Yes.
Yeah, true enough.
Yes.
Right. So there's always blessings, I think, in everything.
Yeah.
And I know I've been through some hard times, and at the moment I didn't see the blessing until I was at the other side.
Mm-hmm. And that's that's a big piece, is being patient, to wait and allow yourself to go through that moment and get to the other side, as long as you move forward, right?
Yeah. And I think those things happen for a reason, in a sense of maybe there's a lesson we need to learn.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think Mel Robbins says it best. I love her phraseology where she says, the message is in the mess. Like you gotta look at the mess. There's always something good, and okay, what's that message? And when you say that other side, is recognizing there is another side.
Yeah, there's that saying, this too shall pass.
Yeah.
Right. So once we get to the other side, which this too shall pass, there's always, after a storm, what is there? Eventually there's a clear sky.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. I know one thing that I discovered was getting to know the neighbors.
There you go, right?
Home, right? We're not running with our kids to soccer practice and this meeting and that meeting. The people were more at home. And we've met neighbors that we quite like.
You didn't know that prior.
Well, we didn't even know one another's names,
Wow.
because everybody was more stuck at home. And it's been actually very pleasant. Like, I actually love my neighborhood because the people are so amazing. And we've all kind of talked about it actually on the street, that how grateful we are to have one another and watching one another's backs, as we've been taking care of each other this whole time, which I think is really nice. Like, that's going back a few decades, when neighborhoods used to be that way, especially in a big city area, so that's that's been a huge gift for all of us, I think.
Yeah, I can remember as a kid, I'm from London, Ontario, and it was very a lot of the houses had the big porches out the front. And
Mhm.
even with a teeming down rain, you know, in the summertime, warm rain, we could still be outside. You still out gathered around. There was almost the protocol where you came down to the steps. If you were down on the steps, you were kind of accepting visitors, and when you were up on your porch, you were kind of having quiet time. And I think more people came out. My blessing is just kind of where I live. I'm so grateful. Yes, I live in a small little cottage, you know, on this 5 acres, that the I'm surrounded by this incredible beauty out of every single window, that if I was living in a condominium, and I would be probably really very hyper aware, where I was been able to keep very calm throughout this,
Mm.
because out of every window I see beautiful old growth, as well as it inspired me. I never had plants in my house up until a month ago, and I now have 15 plants in my house.
Right.
So, and yeah, no, it was just something when I moved, throat moves, you know, you get rid of stuff.
Mhm.
And now I'm appreciating it. Now I have these little trees that are on my windowsill, and almost feel like it's kind of childlike. The little trees are talking to the big trees outside, saying, one day I'm going to be out there with you, because they are like little miniature evergreen trees. And that's what I've so loved, is those opportunities to find that new thing in your life,
Mm.
to bring into your life.
You
Um,
know, Jeanette, I'm going to mention this because that is exactly, since I do Resilient Women, I talk to a lot of women. And what I have noticed is that 2020 got them to look at, what am I passionate about?
yeah,
What is it I really want to do? And I've seen some women just in the last month starting to transfer into something that they've always wanted to do. And now they're actually, because of COVID, if
yeah.
COVID wasn't here, I've asked a few of them, if we didn't go through with COVID, would you do that? And they go, no, I was drifting. I was just doing what I've done for the last several years.
Yeah.
And COVID has allowed them to look at their life differently and go, what is my passion? What do I love to do? And it's been a, for me, a blessing just to watch that. It's been
Yeah.
so yummy to watch these ladies just
Yeah,
go,
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
"Mm,
Can you share with us an intentional thing that you're looking for you personally in 2021?
oh, God's planted in my heart to support resilient women. Like, I cannot help myself, because it's so there. So for me, the intention is that I am women in business. I am their biggest cheerleader. Like, I will do whatever I can in my knowledge to share it with women. And
Yeah.
I really believe, like, I can really feel the energy where women have to step up to their success. This is the year to do it. This is so the year to do it. I mean, look, down in the States, a vice president, first female, right? In a sense of who she is as a human being, and how exciting is that? So
Yeah.
women, I really feel there's a energy that the world needs from women for sure. And it's emerging. And totally, I get so excited because I just can
I can
feel it,
see
and
it.
I want it for everybody. Right?
Yeah. Oh, that's fabulous, Cheryl. That's
Yes.
absolutely fabulous. Yeah, I know I'm certainly going through a personal journey right now too. We need to chat. We
Yes.
need to chat. Well, we've run out of time, but is there anything else you'd like to share with us, Cheryl, before we sign off?
Well, since we were sort of talking about goals, what I do want to say for anybody that's listening, we always, all of us have, okay, this is the most popular in January is now I want to release some weight. I have COVID pounds. That's the number one thing.
Yeah.
Now, what I notice is when people do a goal, they're not focusing intentionally on their goal. We say it. Oh, I want to release 15 pounds. We just say it. And then we stick to it and we don't, and we fall off and we get back on. When we intentionally go, like, feel it,
Yeah.
think it, visualize it, it's just like a dream board. People do
Yeah.
the same thing. People make a dream board, and then where do they put it? And after a while, they don't even see it anymore because they're not intentionally looking at it so that things can manifest in their world.
Beautifully put.
Yes.
Can't
And
agree more.
thank goodness my vision board lives in my bathroom. So
There's
I
mine.
see it constantly. So great intentional. That's a great message. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Cheryl.
That's the power of dream boards. See, people think when I make it, it will arrive. No, the power is visualizing everything on your dream board to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at it, like stand in front of it and look at every piece with feeling and visualization. And that's where the magic is.
Oh, I
that's
love
where
it.
the magic
I
is.
love it.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight, Cheryl. You are a true blessing in our lives, and congratulations with the success with Resilient Women. I know you're going to still see lots of growth with your beautiful people.
Mhm.
And for you watching tonight, whether it's live or the recording, remember to mark your calendar, April 24th. Details will be coming next week because we are doing our first interview with our charity for the April 24th event, and she will be on next week. So join us. You won't be disappointed. And then we're going to start getting some information out as to what's coming next in our big plan. So thank you very much for joining us tonight. And Jeanette?
Let's go. We
All
take
right.
our right hand,
Here we go.
we take our left hand, and I learned this the other day. You got to pump the heart to give it a little bit of action.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, spreading the love to everybody around the world. Thank you
Absolutely.
very much. And we'll see you next Thursday. Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.